and welcome back to my channel. My name is Adeola Mosaku, and in today's video I am going to be sharing with you how I saved some money during the quarantine. But before we get into that, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you who've liked, left me a comment, subscribe to my channel. You guys rock. So I'd like to say a big thank you for you doing that. And if you're here for the first time, welcome to the community of Know About It. And if you'd like to join our community, click on the subscribe button and click on the notification button. So without any further ado, let's get into the video for today. Okay, so the first point I'm going to be mentioning is saving money on doing your nails. I know as ladies we have a lot of beauty things that we do to make you feel not typical like a mom, or just to make you feel a bit more trendy sometimes. For me, it's always been my nails. I like to have my nails done from time to time, and I have been wearing false nails for over 20 years. So when I started YouTubing, I'm sure if you saw any of my previous or my very first videos, you would realize I hadn't had any nails on, and for me that really bugs me. But I saved a lot of money not having my nails done initially. But having said that, I do miss the idea of having my nails done, and I'm not a just get paint on kind of person. I actually do like to have false nails on, funny enough. So I saved myself some money when I first started by not going to the nail dressers because they were shut anyway, where in lockdown you couldn't go and get your nails done. But then going forward, for me, what I then did is did a bit of research, and I found some equipment on Amazon. So what I do now is I do my nails at home myself. Just watch a bit of videos on YouTube. So I did get a few equipments out there. I'll also have all of them on the descriptions as well. And I started practicing how to do my nails myself. Have I got it perfectly right? No, but if you have a look, I had this done last week. They're not exactly perfect or anything, most of them has come off anyway. But for me, it saved me a lot more money. When you go and get your nails done, if your nail dressers are in the town centre, you have to pay for parking. So you park your car. First of all, you're going to use a bit of petrol to get there, depends on how far it is from your house. Second of all, you are going to save some money from not paying to park to get your nails done. And then thirdly, you're gonna have to pay when you get there. If you wanted some extra accessories, for example, you wouldn't probably have to pay for all these little germs, and each one of them is like £1 each. So this on Amazon, I can't remember exactly how much it was, but trust me, I've saved a lot of money just by using this whenever I want, because I've got a whole pack of it. Quite a few, I think all of this was like $6.99 or so on Amazon. So you can save yourself a lot of money and still have fancy nails on. I purposely didn't try and do any fancy nails today because I just wanted to show you guys that it is possible. It's just a matter of try and error. Do not be scared to go out there and just do it yourself if you've got the time to, rather than you paying for it. And what you can do to see how much money you're saving is, if you're like me and you normally do your nails maybe once every month, just put that wherever how much you use to do your nails every month, just put it aside, and as if you were still getting your nails done, compared to how much you would need to buy this equipment once and for all, you will then be able to see how much you'll be saving in a year. So for me, it's made a lot of sense to do that, and if you would like to do the same, please go ahead and do the same thing. Talking about nails and beauty, it brings me to my next point, which is pedicure. Normally, if you're going to get your nails done, you might want to go for a pedicure. So I have saved myself some money by not going to get my pedicure done. I normally will, but this year what I've done is I stuck to my petroleum jelly. This is about £1.50 or so. I use this at night, put on some socks, and your feet will be soft and ready in the morning. And then I use this electrical pedicure device. It has a really nice head. I like the rose gold to it, and that's the power button. But this head, you can change it. Depends on how hard the skin on your feet are. This is the hardest one, so that you use that one. If it's a bit softer, you can use a smaller one, so you just change it. But it's very easy to change. Just flip that up and it comes off, and then you can put it back. But yes, I use this for my pedicure at home. And just because I've got really dry feet, what I did is I did a bit of research and looked into some products. I've used loads of products in the past, but during this current time I found these two products. I used a combination of these two. You'd have to read instructions to find out exactly how it works, but then one of them does say you will see visible results within 3 days, which I do see, but I have to use them regularly to kind of keep it up. But my to-go one to use is my petroleum jelly, and I just put that on, like I said, at night with the socks. I normally sleep with socks anyway, so it's convenient for me, so I go to bed with that. So now I get to do my pedicure as many times as I want. I don't have to wait till when I go to the salons to do it, so I just do it as many times as I think is necessary for me to do. And you only buy this one time and it just lasts for a very long time actually. So I have saved myself a lot of money rather than going to the shops to get my pedicure done. And whilst we're talking about beauty, the next one I'm going to mention is shaping my eyebrow, and I do it ever so often when I remember to, or when I start to get bushy eyes. But I do spend a fair bit amount of money on getting my eyebrows done. I do follow Smita on YouTube, so I did learn how to pluck out my eyebrows and kind of shaping it really well from her, so I'll put a link for you. So now I never have to pay for getting my eyebrows done. I do it all by myself all the time, so that's brilliant for me. My next one is cleaner. Yes, I do enjoy having a cleaner come around and do all the pretty much jobs I don't really like to do around the house. But during the lockdown, I find out that actually if I do have the time, I can do it myself, and I get everyone in the house involved to help around the house in terms of cleaning. And for me, I have saved quite a lot of money just not having someone coming to do the cleaning of the house. I'm sure, I'm not going to say completely I'm never going to do that again. I'm just saying I did save a lot of money during this current time, not having a cleaner, just having to do it all by myself, or having to do it by myself and getting everybody in the house involved. That way the house is clean, everyone's able to help out doing one thing or the other, but at the same time I was able to save some money. There's a possibility that once we start to get busy again and everyone is busy again and I do need some help, I would get some help. But for now, I haven't got a cleaner. I am saving money doing that. My next point is a bit of an obvious one, where no one's going out, no one's using their cars, except from if you're going to the supermarket, you're just around the corner. So your car doesn't really get that much dirty, you haven't got kids eating in it, and so you don't need to go to the car wash. We normally would take our car to the car wash every once in a while, but we used to always have it washed there. Once in a while I try and clean it out myself, but then we saved a lot of money during the quarantine by not even going to the car wash at all. So we just didn't get to wash our car throughout the quarantine, and then when we came out, our car was disgustingly dirty. But we go back to our usual, we would take it to the car wash and it'll get washed and you have to pay for it. So what I did is I did a bit of research, and then this is called King of Shine. It actually washes your car and waxes it as well without you having to use water. So that was the key thing for me, was the fact that I didn't have to get a hose, because you're not allowed to really use a hose to wash your car anymore. So this works brilliantly well. So I would still take our car for a car wash, but before that I think I would have cleaned it a couple of times with this, which means that my car is always going to look clean, especially on the outside, without me having to go to the car wash. So I find this King of Shine does work. I've used it, I can see the results. And it means I don't have to get wet, I do get to save money, and I do have my car clean. So I do like the idea of that. My next point I would like to mention is I've switched from disposable to reusable. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you would realize that I've switched mostly from this disposable kitchen towel to a reusable one. I won't go too much into it because I've got an old video for you to watch on that. I would have that also at the descriptions below. Another reusable I've also switched from is cotton pads. So I normally would use this disposable cotton pads before, but now I've switched to reusable ones. So you just wash them and use them again, basically. So you don't have to keep buying this over and over again. And as far as makeup removers go, I use this reusable one. You just use water, you don't need any chemicals to it. I use this to clean my face when I'm taking off my makeup with just water, and it's good as gold. You just wash it again, and obviously with using all of this, you're having to wash them again over and over again. So this brings me to my next point, which is our Eco Egg laundry egg. This would wash up to 720 times. If you haven't seen my video on laundry, check it out. I did mention it a lot and how we use it and what it does and how to maintain your clothes with it. So what I would say is, because I do a lot of washing reusable products, I was trying to make sure that I'm not buying a lot of washing up liquid, because if I'm buying a lot of washing up liquid, it kind of defeats the purpose of me reusing stuff. So I found this works really well. I'm not always going to the market to go and buy washing up liquid. You don't even need a fabric softener. Even though we do use a fabric softener, you don't even need a fabric softener with that. So you are, yes, spending a bit more money in terms of washing, but not too much on the liquid itself. I haven't figured out how you can maybe reduce on using the washing machine, but for me, what I do know is I did find out from our provider when it's best to do our washing, and it's basically any time of day. We've got a flat rate. Some of you might find out that it's cheaper for you to wash at night. That it's also a thing you might want to look into, which will bring me to my next point. My next point will be look into your utility bills. There might be a cheaper option for you out there. This is what I found out. I found out that we could save some money on our gas and electricity, and we switched. A company that I did use is called Look After My Bills. This is not sponsored by them by any chance. It's just a very easy way for you to switch your gas and electricity every year without you having to do anything. So I find that quite useful. And once you've got a quote from them, I would advise you is to actually call the company, the new company they're going to put you onto, and find out if the rates that you've been quoted online would match what's actually going to be available to you. Same goes if you want to switch your insurance for your car. Go to the comparisons website to find out the cheapest one, but then go to the company directly and see if they would match what they've promised you on the comparison side. So that's what I found works for us, and I'm hoping it would help you as well. My next point is, if you want to buy something new, for example, if you want to buy a dishwasher or vacuum cleaner, you might want to have a look at their outlet stores. For example, eBay has a couple of stores that they hold their outlet stocks in them. So I would say things like, for example, Argos and Dyson, also Lakeland. They do have their refurbished stuff or things that they've used for X-display. They would have them on eBay, so they have an outlet there where you can purchase. So you might find that things that are brand new, X-display or refurbished, that are on there, and for very good price. Some of it might come up to half the price for you. So if you can't go to the stores, or maybe you're looking at getting something online, don't just go straight to the store sometimes. Have a look at that outlets. You might find a bag in there. My next point is very common. You all know this by now. Most of you must have cancelled your gym membership, because it was a thing at some point. You cancel your gym membership if you're not going, especially during quarantine. No one's really going to the gym, but there are many of them nowadays that you can do online at home. So you might want to switch to that, or you might want to cancel your membership completely. Also, if your bank is charging you, you might consider switching to another bank. There's so many banks out there who will give you exactly the same thing without charging you, so you might want to think about doing that. Also, if you've used a service and they said to you it's free for the first 30 days, and after that you're going to have to start paying, but you can cancel that any time. Also, go to your bank account and see if there's anything you need to cancel that you have been paying for and you're not using anymore. For example, I use an app called Emma, and I did speak about that in one of my previous videos. Emma is a very good app that allows you to track your finances, so I won't go too much into that, but it's also a good app that tells you if you've got any subscriptions going on, if you've got any credit cards, how much is the balance. It just makes you see things all at once. It kind of prompts you if you need to cancel any subscriptions and things like that. So that's another way where you can save money from during this current time. My next one, this is not just due to quarantine, but just in general as well. If you've got a credit card and you've got a large amount on your credit card, I would say the best thing for you to do is find a 0% APR where you can transfer your balance. You would find that there are many companies out there that will allow you to have a 0% interest from 6 to maybe 9 months. So you might want to do that, transfer the balance and then pay it off as you can. If you come to the end of that 6 or 9 months and you haven't finished paying it off, just consider looking for another bank that will allow you to do a bank transfer for 0% APR for another 6 to 9 months. So if you do that, you won't be paying too much. You'll just be paying exactly what you owe rather than what you owe plus interest. And if you're more disciplined, or if you're in a situation whereby you are paying off your credit card every month, you might want to consider looking for a credit card that gives you cash back. I know Barclays at the moment, they do cash back. There are quite a few of them out there that give you cash back because you're using your credit card, so they would give you some cash back. So just try and think of it as a way of every time you're spending, you are also saving. But you have to definitely keep the discipline of making sure you're paying off your credit card at the end of the month. My next point, stop shopping and start selling. You can look around your house and find so many things that you can sell or you don't need or you're not using, so you can either sell them or donate them to charity. I mean, at the moment, you might not be able to go into the charity shop. You can use a lot of community pages, something like Facebook, and sell to locals around you or find things for free around you. You can use eBay to sell things that you don't need or you've never used, it's brand new, just sitting down in your cupboard. Or also you can use Spock as well. They are also another platform you can use for selling. So in those ways, you might start doing that and find that you have a flair for actually selling things, and that might put someone into your pocket rather than taking it away. For me, I now design and sell shirts on Teespring. I would have the link below as well. You might find that you have a flair for that. You're welcome to join the community. Without making this video too long, I still have 3 bonus tips for you. First of all, I'm going to mention the word kickstart. So this is the way I save money for my kids. I will also have a special link that if you do use, I will get some money back for it, but feel free if you don't want to use it, it's absolutely fine. It's called Kickstart. You can save money from shopping in different stores, and you would get a percentage sent to an account for your children, which is really, really good. Also, I use Top Cashback if you want to get some cash back from shopping online. Also, I have one last tip for you. Did you know, I know most of the restaurants are starting to open now, but there's something called free water, which means if you go to a restaurant and they sell alcohol, they are obliged to give you free tap water. But if you go to a cafe, for example, where they don't sell any alcohol, they're not obliged by law to give you tap water. I just thought I'd throw that in there for you. Most of the tips I've mentioned so far are not just for lockdown. I like to believe they're also life-changing tips. I wouldn't say go and change everything at once. Take one at a time and see how you adjust. For me, it has been a game changer for me, so I'm going to stick with most of them. Let me know in the comments below which one resonated most with you. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. If you've liked any of the things I've mentioned in this video, give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to add anything to what I've mentioned below, please leave us a comment below. If you have any questions, leave us a comment below. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed already, click the subscribe button and also click the notification button. It means when I bring out a video like this, you will get notified for it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video.